Hello again, me again. Just want to talk to you about a couple of things before I start. So the first one is a lady has been asking if I've got Patreon, and I don't have Patreon, because she was asking about how she goes about donating some money because she couldn't find it on the chat. So excuse me, I think, as far as I'm aware, you have to be watching the live video when it's live, and in the chat box down the side there's the area where you type in your chat, and either just beneath that or just above that chat line there is a $sign and like a symbol to add a sticker, so you can click on either or of those to be able to donate some money. But that can only occur when you're in the live chat, when the video is actually going out live. Whether you can do it on a phone or not, I'm not sure. You may have to be on a computer. I don't know, because I've never done it from my end, so I'm not entirely sure on that one. So that was the first thing. The second thing is we're still getting people wanting to join the Facebook group and not answering the questions. It does state in that very first sentence, please answer the 3 questions. I've obviously repeatedly told everyone in videos, please answer the 3 questions, and I know it's boring for you guys hearing it again who have taken heed of that, and it gets a little bit for me having to keep saying it, but we've got 20 people waiting to join, and they either haven't answered any questions at all or they've only answered 1 or 2. Now, some of them have been suggested by friends, so if as a friend and you're on the group and you suggest it to other friends, you have to advise them that they've got to still answer the 3 questions. So I'm sorry to be a bit boring and repetitive about that one. Let's get down to today and where we're at. Oh, and there's a special video coming tomorrow evening, so watch out for that. So the first one is my mosaic that I've done. So there you go. So that's what I ended up doing. So it might not look like it, but it is a sun. That's the sun, and these are the rays, and those are my 2 hills. So what I ended up doing was I put some glossy accents on the squircle in the middle, and then I've used some gold stickles, just put some dots on to sort of help to form the rays of the sun. So I did irregular shapes for the hills, and then I did square shapes, and then I've added just some long strips as well to create the effect of the rays. So that was the piece that I did, and then I stuck it excuse me, on top of a dark piece of card to just make those colours lift a little. Now, there's one thing that I was a little bit disappointed in that colour wise it doesn't complement the opposite page, but you know, we can't have everything all the time, can we? Now then, the second thing that I wanted to show you was this one, which was going to be the Zentangle page. So I have got a pile of these pre-cut flowers, and they're a little bit too big to just add in a journal. And I've also got this little notepad, put them down a minute, of a leaf. But if I show you up close, can you see it's got all the veins and things on it for the leaf? So these flowers, they're actually curved, so I had to run my nail along them to just flatten them out a little bit, to make them easier to draw on. And I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to arrange all this on my page yet, but I did have a go at doing a bit of Zentangling on the leaf. Not entirely happy with it, but you know. And then I had a go at doing it on one of the flowers, and I quite liked the flower. So I thought it looked quite Spanish in its style. But I thought what I might do is I might add a couple of flowers and then draw some stems coming off and then have a leaf coming off. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I've made a start anyway. But I quite like the way these flowers turned out. And I thought, especially as they're individual petals, I can go and ink up all the edges. And that will just show the separation between them all. But I quite liked the look of those. So I'm going to be working on those today. Now then, to today's prompt. Let me just pop those in there, so that they don't get mixed up with everything else. Oh, and I've got a butterfly, so I might add a butterfly on there too. Today's prompt. Now I've already filmed this video once, and I had to delete a load of other videos off my phone to be able to work on it, and I went and deleted the one that I did. So this is the second time round that I've done this. So I've already written out today's prompt, which is ephemera and the story. Okay, so the ephemera could be a photograph that brings back a lovely memory. It could be a postcard that you've received. It could be a birthday card you've received. It could be a train ticket. It could be an airplane ticket. It could be a piece of literature that you've got from a tourist information board if you've been travelling somewhere. It could be a map showing the place where you've been travelling to. It could be anything that you want visually to go on your page. That would be your piece of ephemera, and then you can write a little bit of a story about that piece of ephemera in terms of, let's say you put a map on there or a postcard. You could say, we went on holiday to blah blah blah, had a great time, or it was rubbish and it rained the whole time, you know, whatever. And it could be just a single line of text. It could be a paragraph of text. It does not have to be a full essay. Okay, so it's not about putting a tiny little picture up here and then feeling that you've got to fill the rest of the page in, or in my instance as a double page, you know, tons and tons of writing on it. You can write really big, you can write really small. It's entirely up to you. Now, if you feel that you don't have any ephemera to utilise, then what you could do is, for those of you that have been doing junk journaling for a while, we collect things like old photographs. Now, these aren't mine. I have not got a clue who or what the story is behind any of these photographs. It looks a little bit like a school trip. But I thought, well, you know, if I hadn't got any ephemera, then I could write a story about these two individuals. So that could be Auntie Jean, and that could be our Sid. So, you know, our Sid's gone to visit Auntie Jean for the school holidays. Whatever, you know. So you could make up a story if you didn't want to put anything in there about yourself personally. So that is today's prompt for the 24th. Well, it's tomorrow's. I'll put them away later. It's tomorrow's prompt. It's not today's, it's tomorrow's. Or is it today's from tomorrow? Oh, I'm getting myself all discombobulated. Okay, so I'm now going to go off and go and do some more of that sandtangling. And then I've also got, let me stick that up there. I've got loads of catching up to do. You guys are well ahead of me. The one from go and sort out a bit of your craft room. Now, as I said, I didn't mean the whole of your craft room, just a small section of it, and pick some bits out. So I've picked loads of bits out, and I'm not going to be able to use them all, but I thought about maybe using those too. And then I've got a selection of all sorts of different bits and pieces that I can use. Hang on, there's more. See, I've got all of these that I can use. There's no way on God's earth I'm going to be able to fit them all on that page, but at least I'm making an inroad into making something with them, rather than them being sat inside of that suitcase doing note. So, there we go. So I've got my work cut out for me now to try and catch up with you guys. See you all again tomorrow, because I'm going to go and be a bit busy. Bye. Bye. Have fun. Tra.